So you had a nice rest in your chicken cages? Had a good look at your wardrobes? How many dresses? How many suits there are? How many pair of shoes? Huh? How many handbags? Huh? Did you have a look? Huh? No? Scared? Well, did you look in the washroom? Huh? How many toilet articles you have? How many different kind of creams, perfumes? Huh? No? Why not? Huh? For what do you need it? For this body. Huh? Beautify this body. Huh? Why do you need to beautify this body? To attract the other sex. No? Yes. That's the only purpose. To make ourselves interesting, yeah? Because appearance is everything. Yeah? Doesn't count, the chitta doesn't count, it counts how we look. Yeah? Everybody tells us, it's important how we look. Yeah? It's important how we dress. Yeah? No? Why are we doing it? Because we're not satisfied with ourselves. Huh? Huh? If we would be satisfied, we don't care how we look. Yeah? And if the chitta is pure, if the chitta is clean, we don't have to worry about the outside. Yeah? In German, we just say, we paint it over. Inside it is dirty. Yeah? It's like you have a house, it's rotten from inside, but you put a nice coat of paint on it, and it looks nice, from the outside, and nobody's noticed it unless he goes inside. Nobody can go inside our chitta, so that's why we keep, polishing it up, yeah. And then we get older. Oh. All our beauty is gone. What do you do then? Huh? What's the purpose of our life? Yeah? Taking care of this body? Yeah? Yesterday I said, take a good look at your chicken cage, yeah? Huh? And see what is there. Yeah? See what you need there. Yeah? How many things are there that are worthless, useless? You haven't used them for years. Yeah? Why don't you throw them out? Then you have more space. Yeah? Huh? How many dresses can you wear a day? Huh? Huh? And so on. It all costs money, And money doesn't fall from the trees or doesn't grow on trees. Yeah? Huh? We have to work for it. Yeah? And then we buy these useless things. Yeah? Huh? Only to be attractive. Yeah? And it doesn't matter if it is woman or man. Yeah? Men want to be attractive as well. Yeah? Didn't used to be in the 70s. Women and men looked alike, at least in Europe. Yeah? You couldn't even distinguish. They wore the same T-shirts, they wore the same jeans. They had all both long hairs. Yeah? They didn't care about that at that time. It wasn't. Yeah? It only came in the 80s or 90s. Yeah? When people, cared about their appearance. Yeah? And now we fall for it. Yeah? We fall for it. Yeah? Care about this body. Yeah? And this body dies. So all our care is, in vain. Huh? No? Don't think like that. Yeah? We don't want to think like that. Yeah? Do something that is important. Yeah? Do something that is important with your life. Yeah? Clean the heart. If the heart is clean, the outside becomes clean. Yeah? If the heart is dirty, this dirt will always surface. Yeah? Sooner or later. Yeah? We all know it from experience. Yeah? But it's so difficult, yeah? Most of you, one day of torture yesterday, yeah? Today another day of torture. Torturing the kilesas, yeah? Getting them to leave us, and give us some freedom, yeah? Get up, yeah? If you could persuade them to go to Burger King or whatever, McDonald's or Starbucks, and then they give us an hour of free time, it would be nice, yeah? But they want us to go with them, yeah? Yeah? You like to be slaves? Not really. If you have a master that is a human being, you will resist all you can. Yeah? Huh? But if it's our own driver, if it's our own master, we don't resist it. Yeah? You know your own master? Yeah? Just close your eyes, for 2 or 3 minutes, and then listen to the voice who tells you what to do and what not to do, what to like and what not to like. Huh? You know it? No, then close your eyes, and listen. Yeah? Oh, it's so hot. No, it's so cold. Yeah? Huh? I need something to drink, and I need something to eat. I'm so tired. I need to sleep. Yeah? That is your slave master. Yeah? He drives you around, yeah? He pushes you around, yeah? And then he tells you have to become this, you have to climb up the ladder in your whatever it is in your work, yeah? You have to earn more money, yeah? And your wife tells you, I need a bigger house. I don't have enough room for my dresses. And so the man has to work. Yeah? Don't be slaves. Get free. Yeah? This is the worst slave driver. Yeah? Listen to this voice. Now today you have the time. Yeah? And there's no way that you won't hear it, yeah? And then think about that as your partner. How long would you stay with this? Not very long. Huh? Not very long. He's constantly necking around, He doesn't like this, he doesn't like that, he's not satisfied with this, he doesn't satisfied with that. If you have a partner, you will chuck him out 3 days afterwards, yeah? Huh? But you keep it. Yeah? And you cherish it, yeah? And you say, yes, it's me, yeah? Huh? I need, yeah? Never thought about opposing him, yeah? Resisting, yeah? You resist, outside pressure, yeah? But you never resist the inside pressure. Yeah? That comes from inside. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. You have to work harder, yeah? Huh? You have to learn this, you have to learn that, yeah? You don't resist this, You never ask them, who are you to tell me? Yeah? If you like something, go out and look for it yourself, yeah? If you're tired, go to sleep, and I sit, yeah? We don't do that. Because we're not used to it, because we don't know it, yeah? Nobody has ever told us, Huh? that there are two things that are sitting on the throne, yeah? The body is one throne, yeah? Body, feelings, memories and thoughts, yeah? They have one throne, one commanding throne, yeah? And there are two people sitting on it, yeah? I mean, you can say one is the light and one is the darkness, or you can say one is the Dhamma and one is avijja. Yeah? Avijja is the master of all the slaves. Yeah? It's a slave driver, that drives us around. Yeah? Wanting to know, huh? We want to know so many things. Yeah? Wanting to know, but not being able to know in line with the truth. Yeah? Wanting to understand, but not being able to understand. Yeah? We don't even understand ourselves. Yeah? We only try to understand, what is this? This is a house, or this is this, or this is that. Yeah? That's what we try to understand. Yeah? We don't want to understand what is going on inside. Yeah? Because our eyes are always outside. Yeah? What is happening outside? What is happening over here? What is happening over there? Yeah? And if we have already explored the whole planet, then we go to the moon. And now that we know the moon, then we go to the Mars. And then we know the Mars, then we go to the Saturn or whatever. Yeah? Actually, we're going outside the solar system already. Yeah? I mean, Buddhism is a religion. And religion comes from the Latin word religere. I mean, pointing back at oneself. Going back to oneself. It's not going out, it's going in. So Buddhism is actually the only true religion in this whole world. Because it really points back, to where everything arises. And everything arises in the heart. Everything arises there in the citta. The intention to thought arises there. We haven't even thought about it yet. We just have an intention to think. We have an intention to talk. We have an intention, to memorize. Or we have an intention to do something. It all comes from here. Not from outside. But because we are so programmed, so long programmed, we think, we see something and instantly there is something. Instantly there's a reaction. We see a face, instantly there's a reaction of likes or dislikes. We see a situation, there's instant reaction to it. This needs to be, it needs to boil up, it needs to be developed. It's like sugar candy. You put a handful of sugar into a hot pan, and then wind it up and it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And becomes so big, that it, that it chokes our throat. And that's what it's called an emotion. Emotion is not a natural thing. It's a boiled up thing. You can also, if people ever been skiing, they know, if they throw a stone into the snow and it rolls down, with each roll it takes on more snow. If you catch that stone, no harm is done. If you let it roll down, you can't escape the avalanche. So what is happening is, there's a sensation coming in, there's a thought coming in, with the thought comes a feeling, then there's a feeling coming in, with that, it's the same kind of feeling, so they add up. And then a memory is coming and it adds up to the feeling. Within the blink of the eye, we have a whole emotion. So don't think an emotion is something that is natural. No, it's an avalanche. And you can watch it. You can observe all these things. I'm not telling you, stories from the tale, It's all things, that you can observe yourself. You can observe yourself how you tick, Look what he did himself, it took him a few years, or a few decades, to see all these things happening. And you can see, there's a stone, and then it slowly rolls up, And then suddenly you're full of anger, But it doesn't happen it doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly. Each time you feel it, it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And, suddenly, it bursts out. But because our awareness is not so sharp, all what we get is, we get the sensation and we get the reaction. And the time in between, we miss it. Within the blink of an eye, what did the Lord Buddha teach? Within the blink of an eye, you have 3,000 mind moments. Within these 3,000 mind moments, lots of things can happen. Blink your eyes, and whoops, it goes. Off it goes. But it does. It's not coming. Emotion is not something that is inherent like feeling. Feeling is inherent. There's a sensation, and there's a feeling attached to it. There's a memory, there's a feeling attached to it, or there's a feeling, a pure feeling. That is a feeling. That's all. These are the basic components. And just like, if you want to bake a cake, what do you need? Flour, you need egg, you need milk, you need salt, and baking soda, As long as there are different things, there's no cake. When you mix them together, when you pour them together, mix them up, stir them up, put them in the oven, bush, you have a cake, But actually, the components are just, milk, eggs, flour, soda, and so on, salt. Maybe sugar if you like it sweet. And that's the same thing, there are 5 components. I was talking yesterday about the 5 khandhas, the 5 groups that make us. It's a group of the body. It's a group of feeling. Feeling divides into 2 feelings. It's a bodily feeling, it's a mental feeling. Then there's thought, and then there's memory. And they act really up. They act up like like a watch. You used to have these old watches where you can open them up and you just see the gears running into each other. That's all what happens. You open the watch and there's just one gear. There are 5 gears. Each gear triggers the next gear. And they're running around. Then you close the watch and suddenly you have time. Oh, it's too late. Oh, it's too early. Oh, it's right on time. And then you open it, all what is there is now the 5 gears. This doesn't make any sense when you look at them. It only makes sense when you close it. So when you combine them, so it only makes sense, to us to evolve, as a human being or what we think it is us. This ego, what we call the ego or what we call ourselves, it's just the same thing. The moment you open it up, you see just 5 khandhas. And then you close it, and then you suddenly have, this person or that person, this characteristic or that characteristic. And that's the principle also of anatta. That's not me, it doesn't belong to me, it's not mine, it's not myself. These things, just work on themselves. They are phenomena, that have their own nature. A feeling triggers a memory triggers a thought triggers another feeling, and so on, and so on. And it goes constantly. It has nothing, it has nothing to do with self. And actually, what we are training today is a samadhi, samatha, meditation, getting the mind completely calm, stop thinking and stop memories. And if you happen to be long enough in the samadhi where there are no more thoughts, when there are no more memories, if you're there for an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, when you come out, you don't know where you are. You don't know who you are. And then you see very slowly, the memory coming in, and then there's a thought coming in, and then it builds up that what is called ego. It's more obvious when you go into the deep samadhi because then everything is gone, and then you come out and you don't even know where you are, who you are, and what is happening. Luang Por had sometimes to look at his clothes and what is he wearing, why am I in this room? Because when you've gone too long, you don't remember. This ego constantly has to be filled, has to be feeded by all these sensations, by all these memories, by all these thoughts, so that we can build up this notion that ourselves. So this self is just an illusion. Yeah? And we can only see it, when we go long enough into samadhi. Because then we see how it slowly, comes up, and connects this point and connects that point and connects that point. And then suddenly, after a while, okay, now I know who I am, now I know where I am and what I was and what I was doing. Yeah? But you have to be long enough in samadhi in order to see it. I mean, whatever you want to know, you don't look outside, look inside. Yeah? If you want to really understand who you are, then look inside, investigate it. Yeah? Just don't believe when you look in the mirror, that's me. Yeah? And that me, when you look in the mirror 20 years ago was very different. Huh? You probably liked it a lot better. Huh? So what is it? This is the thing that fools us constantly, and it drives us mad, because we constantly want something for ourselves, and the more material things we gather around ourselves, the more we feel more solid. If we don't have too many things around us, we don't feel so big. And it doesn't really only matter, material things, it can be a decrease, this kind of degree, that kind of certificate, this kind of trophy, and then that, it builds up, the more we have, the bigger we think we are, But it's an illusion, And that is the thing that you have to find out, That you have to investigate, to see how these things appear and disappear, There's nothing of this sort. When you go into Upachara Samadhi or Access Samadhi, there's nothing. There's nobody there. There's just experience. You're not dead. You're actually the first time in your life you're alive. Because there's nobody taking hold of the experience that there are. Nobody says this experience is nice or this experience is not so nice. There's nobody commenting. And you believe this commentator. Just like you sit on the football, in a football stadium, and you have your own eyes, and you observe it. You observe the game, who is running, who has the ball, who is kicking, and so on. But instead of believing your own eyes, you believe the commentator who sits above you. Oh, that's how it was. Oh, that's how it was. And that's what we do. The commentator, who observes everything, who sits right beside us or inside us, and looks at these things, looks at the experience, and instantly, judges them and says, this is good, this is not so good, this we need to do better, and this, we need to let go. That is the commentator that we have to get rid of it. And then if we do meditation, and if you're a little progress in meditation, then he says, you should sit straight, no, you should sit crooked, now you should control your breath, no. You don't know it? Yeah. Well, some of you probably know it. Forget all about it. The moment you hear the commentator, go back to the Buddha, go back to the breath. Don't worry about it, what he says. Because he tells you yesterday was much better. Yesterday was yesterday, and today is today. There's only one time in experience. Every time, every breath is different. Every experience is different. And the experience you had yesterday, you will never ever get back. Never ever. Understand that? Never ever get back. It was a one-time experience, just like today is a one-time experience. Today it's difficult, tomorrow it might be easy, but the experience is always different. When we do our meditation, when we do samatha, remember this very well, open your ears. It is like digging a hole. If we dig and dig and dig at the same place, there will be a hole. That is the result of our meditation. The deeper the hole, the more peaceful it is. If you think, if you meditate today and think about yesterday, the whole of yesterday is gone. It's already filled up. Today you have to dig again. Yeah? This meditation you have to dig. Even in the next meditation you have to dig. Yeah? But the digging will get better. Yeah? And sometimes you dig and say, oh, it's so difficult, let's dig at another place. Oh, it's so difficult, let's dig at another place. Yeah? How's it difficult? Yeah? And then there's no hole. You're just frustrated. Yeah? And that's not the point. Yeah? Choose a point, it's a point of interest. The point of interest is the tip of the nose, and then observe the breath. Yeah? And we are not interested in anything at all except for the feeling of the breath in the beginning, and then for the knowing of the breath. Yeah? That's it. Whatever feeling comes up, we don't go to this feeling. Yeah? Remember that? Digging a hole, not looking, what is outside of the hole. Yeah? Or maybe you find a stone, in the hole. Yeah? Don't look at that, just dig. Go on digging. Yeah? That is meditation. That is practice. And it is tough. Yeah? So remember this simile. Yeah? Digging a hole. If you dig at the right place, always at the same place, there will be a hole. Yeah? And the longer you dig, the deeper will be the hole. And the more peaceful will be the heart. Yeah? Because the deeper you go, the less, less disturbance are coming from. Yeah? If it is hot outside or rainy outside, if you go in a deep hole, you will not notice anything. Yeah? And when the hole is so deep that the whole firmament disappears, then you're in Appana Samadhi, then this whole universe disappears. Yeah? But that is another matter. Yeah? Do you know what time it is? The people who just came? Huh? It started at 9 o'clock, not 9:40. Huh? It is of utmost importance, not if there's a lay, if there's a lay person, teaching meditation, I don't care, but if there's a monk teaching meditation, it is of utmost importance that we are punctual, yeah? As a respect to the Dhamma, yeah? If you want to cherish the Dhamma in your next life, you have to be respectful towards it, yeah? Has nothing to do with me personally. Yeah? I'm just a representative. Yeah? The person itself, it doesn't really matter. Yeah? Somebody who wears the robes, is a representative of the disciples of the Lord Buddha. Yeah? No matter if he's a good monk or bad monk. Yeah? Just like we talked about, we can respect any kind of person. Yeah? No matter if he's a good or bad. And if he chose to be a monk, at least, his intention in the beginning was good. Yeah? What happens to him later, that is his thing. Yeah? That reminds me of my master, who sometimes told me, that the hell was full of monks. Yeah? So many bad monks around. Yeah? Monks and nuns, all over the place. They have their special hell, yeah? Lay people have another hell. It is, yeah. It is not, yeah? Just becoming a monk doesn't mean that you go to heaven, yeah? You much easier go to hell than any lay person, yeah? Because, a lay person has the 5 precepts, so, to take care of. A monk has 227 rules to take care of, yeah? So if he breaks one of these, he's destined to go to hell, yeah? Yeah. And there are lots of monks, yeah? Especially in Thailand. Yeah? There are over 200,000 monks, yeah, in Thailand. So don't worry that only you will go to hell, You will see a lot of monks down there. Okay, where were you? So all this talking. Yesterday morning 2 hours, yesterday evening 2 hours, today. So, what we are doing today, Buddha, 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 or paying our attention to the breath, yeah? And not falling for anything else, not falling for any of the deception. Let me straighten up, let me change my posture. Yeah? No. Just when the mind goes out, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Yeah? There's the Buddha. Yeah? In German we say, here the music plays, not over there. Yeah? So that's where the important thing is. Yeah? So that's all. Yeah? And we don't really have to force it. We just pull it back. Yeah? I mean, for the pulling back, we sometimes need force. Let me think this thought, let me go into this memory. No. Back. Yeah? That's where we need our effort. We don't need to push it. Yeah? We don't need to force the breath. Yeah? I mean, let the breath, you breathe since you're born. Yeah? You have never noticed that you breathe. Yeah? Most of the time you don't even notice it, unless you make some sports and then you need to breathe heavily, or you run up a hill, and then you know that you're breathing. But most of the time you are not even aware that you breathe. So let the breath roll. It knows its way. Yeah? All what we do is observing the breathing. Yeah? Observe, if it is slow, doesn't matter if it is rough, maybe it is maybe it's short, or maybe it is long. Yeah? All what we need to do is observe, and that's something that we can't really do. We always need to interact, we always need to control, yeah? We need to control the breath, we need to control our environment, yeah? And we are so successful with it, yeah? We know that by now, yeah? We don't even understand, So, just keeping back, just pulling back. And for that we need patience. And that is something that over the last 56 years we lost patience. Yeah? In 200 years, the farmers, I had their land, they worked on their land in the evening, they enjoyed their pipe, and their food, and they relaxed. Yeah? We don't even relax anymore. Yeah? We need to work, yeah? We need to do this, yeah? And then that, then we need to go here, and there, yeah? We need to see this, yeah? Have you seen it? Yeah? No, you haven't seen it, yeah? You have to look at it. I mean, we're constantly under pressure. Huh? Do you know that? Yeah? No. You have to know that, yeah? Especially nowadays in companies, you have to know so many things. Constantly have to read 10 magazines, to keep you informed, what is going on in this world. Yeah? So relieve that pressure, don't try to control, just bring the mind, just bring it back. Okay, there, Buddha. Breath, yeah? Tip of the nose, huh? Don't follow the breath. Huh? And that's what we are going to do. Huh? And the kilesas are tortured. Yeah? And they tell you, it's torture. Yeah? And then tell you, it's you, it's not me. I'm enjoying myself. Yeah? You really have to understand what I was talking in the beginning about. There are two sides. There's the Dhamma and there's the avijja. Or there's the light and there's the darkness. And both want to sit on the throne. Yeah? Whoever sits on the throne has the saying, what is happening. Yeah? You sit, you want to sit for 1 hour because, you go home, you want to sit for 1 hour, and 5 minutes later the kilesas take the throne and say, no, you have to go do this, you have to do that. And so it's a constant fight, for the command. Yeah? Who is in command? That is the person, who wishes are fulfilled. Yeah? If the Dhamma is in command, then we are happy, then we are satisfied. Huh? If the kilesas are in command, they are never satisfied. They constantly want something, constantly desiring something. So that is the fight, in meditation. Yeah? Just pull it back, just pull it back, just pull it back. And we need a lot of patience. Huh? And if you don't have it, you have to develop it. There's no other way, to get to the knowing, to get to our heart. The ones who were here yesterday, did you find your heart? Huh? Not yet. Huh? It's right. But there are 7 locks, that we need to unlock, and we don't yet have the keys, Okay, let's find the key. And one key is the Buddha, or the other key is the attention on the breath, and don't think about anything else. So that's enough instruction. Now go and exercise, except there is a question. But I don't think. Instruction is easy, the doing is difficult. And think about what is important. You want to learn it, just like people want to learn to walk. After one day you say, oh no, mommy, I can't walk. I can't walk. Please carry me here, please carry me there. Because I still want to see it. No, a child doesn't give up. It never gives up. Have you seen any child giving up on learning to walk? No. Because that's what it really desires. So if we desire to do meditation, we will be able to do it. But we have to decide wholeheartedly, not half-heartedly. And we have to go through some pains, just like the child, hitting his head or hitting his knees when it, falls over, But it doesn't matter, the moment the cry is over or the pain is over, it still starts, standing up again, Then it falls over and it doesn't mind how often it falls. It does it until it can walk, So if you want to know something about yourself, learn how to meditate, And that is only the first stage of meditation. It is called samatha, or calm meditation. We need to have some place where we can rest, You always, you work, and then you go home and, you take your bed and rest, And now think about the mind. When did you put it last to rest, How overworked must it be, Since you were born, you never put it to rest, Boy. It's completely overworked, And that's when it gets the rest the first time, tears might break out, Because it's so happy that you give him some rest, Okay, now, train,